Rental properties are awesome, but you know what is more awesome? When you can get more rental income in the same rental property. This is Ask Alyssa, and I'm going to share with you how to make more money off of your rental property. Okay, so I always share with you guys about how I love rental properties. I own rental properties myself and I manage them myself too. So I definitely have learned so much on how to make more money off of the same rental property. And here's the thing, every city has what we call fair market rent in that city, but you can technically increase that by doing a couple things in that rental property to make more money every month. And I want to share with you guys what I've done and what I recommend for my investors when they are looking to make more money, but they don't really want to buy another rental. So one of the first things I always share with my clients is convert the garage. That is one of the easiest things you can do. There is so much space in there. And the cool thing about converting the garage is if you connect with the city, they usually approve it because right now there's not a lot of rental properties available. So when you get with the city and you get an approval, you can actually build like a really cute kitchenette. It can have like a little living room, a bedroom, pretty much. It can be like a whole studio. I've actually had clients where they build 2 bedrooms, a little kitchenette, and a living room all in one garage. It's crazy, right? But when the garage is like 2 to 3 car garage, it's totally doable, and you can add so much more rent to that property just by doing that. And a lot of renters actually really like it because they prefer to share their rent with maybe a friend or a family, and it really just benefits you. If it's your rental property, then they won't have any problem paying the rent because they are able to split that cost with other people living in the home. So that's definitely my favorite. One of the other things I recommend is remove the carpet. I know this kind of might sound like, how will I make more money just removing the carpet? But here's the thing. There was a survey and 53% of people buying a home will actually pay more money if there's flooring. So you have to remember, these people that are renting your house, in the time being, they can't afford a home, right? That's why they're renting. So they would actually choose your property to rent over another one because yours has flooring. And not only that, but it's actually cleaner, it's more like sanitary, it's easier to maintain, and it's more people will love to have their kids there because it's just cleaner. And I think it looks nicer too. So if you have the capability to remove all the carpet and just put flooring, it doesn't even have to be expensive. That is definitely a really good way to increase the rent. My other advice is to add a bedroom if you can. And this can get kind of tricky because what if the home is only 1,200 square feet? Where are you gonna do that? But there are some properties where there's a den or there's a second living room. I always share with people to make one of those areas like another bedroom. Sometimes the home is set up in a way where maybe you can section off an area in the backyard and kind of add on to the home where it's literally just an extra bedroom. That makes such a big difference because you have to remember there's actually people out there that will rent one room just for $800. So you can tack on that fee to the tenant and they'll rent out the room. It happens all the time. So why not do something where it's gonna make you more money and you don't even have to go buy another property? So that's definitely a really, really good idea. One of my favorites, and a lot of people are really into this right now, is building an ADU, which is an additional dwelling unit. And here's the really cool thing about ADUs. Did you know that every city has a budget set aside for low-income housing? Not a lot of people know this. Even in the most, what we call more higher-end cities, they actually are required to have a budget for low-income housing. But how do they do that? They do that by approving ADUs, because when you submit an approval plan to build an ADU, you can let them know you're gonna rent it, and they love that because the cities, they don't have to pay for it. You're paying for it. So they usually hardly ever turn it down. Of course, you do gotta get the permits because if you start building an ADU, just because even if you know construction, people who do construction, they will come knocking and they will try to knock it down, and that's gonna suck. So you don't want that. So what I recommend is if you have enough space, and I've actually seen people do it even on a 7,000 square foot lot. As long as you leave enough permitted space between you and the neighbor, you could build an ADU. And the cool thing about ADUs is they have separate entrances. So there's a separate parking, a separate entrance to go into the little home. You could build a kitchen, a bathroom. It's literally like a whole another living area. Now imagine that, 2 properties on 1 lot. You better believe you're gonna make a lot more money off that property. So that would be my advice, and I've done all of these and I've benefited so much from them without even having to buy more properties. So let me know what you think. Have you bought a rental property, done any of these things? I really wanna know. Don't forget, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram, and I'll see you later. Bye.